Welcome to the Radiant Life with Tatiana. I am your host, and I'm obsessed with empowering you to live and create the best life possible. I'm a master mindset coach, breathwork facilitator, and a passionate little Latina who loves sharing the magic behind your subconscious mind and energetics. If you're looking to uplevel your mindset, learn all about spirituality and manifestation, and to be inspired in making a change to embody your best self, you are in the right place. My goal is for you to see and unlock your limitless potential, to have the tools to break free from the chains holding you back so you can create and live your most radiant life. I am so excited to have you here listening today. Now let's dive into today's episode. Hello. Okay, before we get into today's episode, I have some exciting news to share with you. So if you've been listening to the last few episodes, you've heard me talk about dropping an ebook. Well, I can finally say it is here, it is finalized, and it is launching November 22nd. In case you missed it, I decided a few months ago that I wanted to create a super affordable way for you to get started on your personal development journey, or for you to have a guide and tools to go deeper with yourself. So that's exactly why I created this ebook called Ignite Your Radiant Life. It's a step-by-step guide to feeling your best and making positive changes so you can manifest and create your best life. It's perfect for beginners who don't know where to start, or for those of you who just need a little bit more guidance and want to go deeper within yourself, but aren't ready for investing in group or one-on-one coaching. So this ebook works a little bit differently than most ebooks. It has over 60 pages of information, exercise, and downloads for you. But instead of you getting overwhelmed with one large ebook, you'll notice once you purchase it, it's broken down into 3 separate ebooks that build off of each other. Because it's not meant to be done in just one day or 1 week. It's a guide into helping you make small changes one step at a time. And it's also interactive, which means I don't want you to just download this and just have a bunch of information and you're not implementing it into your life, right? Like, knowledge isn't power. Knowledge with implementation and embodiment is power. So inside there's exercises, practices, tools, and space for you to do the work inside of it. That way you're actually processing the information and implementing it into your life. This is everything I wish I had when I decided back at this time in 2016 that I was done repeating the cycles and I was ready to make positive changes in my life. So a few of the topics and what is included is we're going to cover radiant routine creations, morning and night routines, healthy habits creations that will actually last and make you feel good. You'll have journaling prompts to connect deeper with yourself, mindset practices so that you can be more in control of your thoughts and perspectives in life, such as ending negative self-talk, how to shift your perspective. There's a goal creation system to help you gain clarity on what you want, why you want it, and how to achieve it effortlessly. There's downloadable audios, so meditations. There's a beginner series if you've never meditated before, or meditations for you to help raise your vibration, gratitude, affirmation, manifestation meditations. There is nervous system regulation to help you release that stress and anxiety. So some grounding techniques, some breathwork exercises. There's affirmations to help you feel your most empowered, confident self. And we cover all things manifestation, teaching you how to tap into the law of attraction so that you can manifest your dreams and desires effortlessly in life. And there's also a little bonus health section because you can't have a healthy mind without a healthy body. I know it's a lot, but I love to over deliver. So if you're interested, it is launching next Tuesday on November 22nd. It will be available to purchase on my website at tatianakuto.com, or you can make sure you're following me on Instagram at Tatiana_Kuto for all updates and get your launch special. So for the first 2 weeks, it's going to be available at a special price of only $22. From there, the price will increase after that. So even if you're listening to this after the special price, it's still going to be super affordable. I'm talking like, don't buy Starbucks for a few days, affordable. So don't snooze on this. Get your hands on this. It's launching November 22nd, and I hope you absolutely love the ebook. Okay, now let's dive into today's amazing, juicy episode. Hello, my love, and welcome to the Radiant Life podcast. I feel like a whole new version of myself right now. I just experienced two of the most magical, transformational weeks of my life, I think. And I've had some moments in my life prior before, but this is just on a whole next level. I just had a breakthrough moment, breakthrough, one after the other. And I feel like my identity is completely shifted. And I'm really excited to share with you what happened, the details, and really what to expect from me moving forward. And by sharing this with you, I really wanted to bring you along my journey, right? I'm not here to just teach you, lessons or ways to do things. I really want you to know that I'm human too, and like what's going on behind the scenes, and to hold myself accountable, because when I put it out there, then I got to make some magic happen. So this last 2 weeks have been a blessing. That's all I could really say. It really allowed me to connect deeper to myself and my why. And if you are new to the podcast, hi, welcome. My name is Tatiana, and a big part of my why is this podcast. I created this to give you the platform to really just be heard, to give you insights and tools to apply to yourself so that you could connect deeper with you, to empower you and inspire you in stepping into your true power confidently so you can create the most radiant life of your dreams. I want you to stop dimming your light and to shine bright in the world. And this weekend really reminded me of a deeper part of my why. Oh, I just feel so good. So let's get into it. So the last 2 weeks, I had 2 manifestations actually come into fruition. If you're on my email list, a few months ago, I said, oh my goodness, 2 of my vision boards are going to come true. Well, they came true, and I experienced them the last few weeks, and it was amazing. So they were, 1, to go to Sedona, and 2, to watch my idol Tony Robbins in person. And I did both of them back to back, and they were freaking epic. So in today's episode, I really wanted to share with you the shifts, the breakthrough moments, the details of what I experienced, because they were different but also integrated with each other, and like what it was like, my breakthrough moments in Tony Robbins. He's amazing. If you don't know him, look him up. He's like the #1 success coach. He's coached presidents, athletes, actors. Like, he is amazing. He's been doing this for 45 years plus, and I want to share with you kind of my takeaways from it. I want to start with the breakthrough I had in Arizona, because that was first, obviously, and then go into Tony, what it was like, my takeaways, my breakthroughs, and then takeaways that I want to share with you, because I know that you can really relate to like my top takeaways, and I really want you to gain the value that I valued. So why I was in Arizona? I was in Arizona because the last 9 months I have been inside of a year-long advanced NLP coaching program. I am an NLP master mindset coach, and I truly value constantly learning and growing and evolving myself and my coaching tools and techniques, because I know the more inner work I do, the more I learn, the deeper I go with myself, the more I'm able to go deeper with my clients and provide that much more value, impact, and transformation in their lives. So I've been in it for about 9 months. It's been pretty intensive. It's been a lot of work, and we had a week-long intensive. So before that, I went to Sedona. So I realized the in-person was going to be in Phoenix. One of my best friends, Allie, and I were like, let's go to Sedona. I wanted to do this so bad. And so we did. We were there for 3 days. And if you were watching on my story, you probably chuckled, because we're Florida girls, and we prepared for 40-degree weather. And we were going camping. Joke's on us. We were camping like in the canyon, which is a little bit more north and colder. It dropped to 28 degrees, you guys. I froze my ass off, but it was so worth it. I love traveling. I love getting in nature. I love Florida, and the beaches are amazing. And there's something different about mountains and like big trees and grass and rocks. Like, there's just something. Maybe it's because I grew up in Massachusetts doing that. I just get to connect deeper with myself, and it was beautiful. So we did 5 hikes. I did like Cathedral Rock, Airport. I forget. They're on my Instagram. The hikes were absolutely beautiful. We went to like the vortexes. We did breathwork in the vortexes. And if you've never been to Sedona, you got to go. It is amazing. You just like feel the energy there. So anyways, I just wanted to share that moment because I was on my vision board. It's been on my vision board for the last year and a half, maybe 2 years. And it manifested and it was so great. Okay, anyways, let's go into like the breakthrough moments of NLP. And like I had these aha moments that bled into my experience with Tony Robbins. So as I was there, we do a lot of coaching. And in order for us to be good and with these tools and techniques, we got to practice on each other. So that means our baggage comes up, our limiting beliefs, our problems, our negative emotions. And, it comes up. So it definitely came up for me. And a big breakthrough moment I had was just how small I was playing in the realm of coaching and not owning. I feel confident. I was feeling confident as a coach, but I wasn't owning it. You know what I mean? Like owning it. How many times do you know you're good at something, but you don't own it? And maybe that's a fear of being cocky or fear of looking bad, or you got to own it, right? And so I realized how small I was playing. And that was because a few reasons. I had fear around me, fear around rejection, fear around being judged, fear of not being good enough. The good enough is one of the deepest root beliefs that many of us have. And it's something I've been working on. And I was in a exercise with a guy there. And, one of my problems was I can't attract the people or like I want to work with, right? Like I love working with successful high achievers who already do this work but want to go deeper. But I was scared of putting myself in rooms with quote unquote successful people, like, people with big businesses or names, multimillionaires, whatever that is, because I was like, well, who am I? I'm not there yet, right? But that doesn't mean I can't coach them. That's the beautiful thing about coaching. That's mentorship, is to like guide someone through your experience. Coaching is you can coach someone because you have tools and techniques and you break patterns and you break their strategies and remove, emotions and beliefs. But I was scared. And I was scared mainly because some of the work I do just seems kind of weird. Like it's mindset, energetic, like breathwork, and it just was hard for me to explain. And I guess I had this belief that successful people would think I was too weird or woo-woo. I don't know, right? And little did I know this man was CEO of a very like well company, multimillionaire, and I was like, oh shoot, I had no idea, right? I didn't ask him. He was just my partner. And so he told me that. He was like, very successful people, millionaires, are mainly woo-woo. That is how they get there. And so I was like, okay, cool. That was a limiting belief. And so we made friends, and a big breakthrough was like, playing small. I realized how special I am of a person and of a coach I am. The coaching industry is big, and I really believe everybody can have a coach. Like the most successful people in the world, whether it's the presidents or actors or athletes or business owners or just executives, whatever it is, you don't even have to be successful, right? But like all those people, what they have in common is they have coaches. And so the coaching industry is great. At the same time, because it's getting bigger and bigger, there is malpractice. And this isn't like talking shade to that, but it just is. And I think I felt fear of not being good enough or being a malpractice coach because I've experienced it and I've witnessed it. And then I had this like aha moment, like I'm not those people. I continuously invest in myself. I've spent, just in like my NLP mentor alone, over $35,000 on the program itself. That's not including the time, the hours I put in. Like I've invested. It's like college and tuition. And the people in my group, they were like, do you not understand that you have cutting edge tools and techniques that most coaches don't have? I'm probably like top 5, 10% in the coaching industry with these tools and techniques because we're working with the subconscious mind, the deeper level like programming versus surface level, which some coaches do. And again, this isn't shade, it's just the truth. And they brought awareness to me. They were like, you realize you've been personally mentored by one of the top leaders in this industry and you've been learning from him for the last 2.5 years, Tati? And I was like, oh my goodness, okay, wow, I've been playing it small. And I'm not like the other people, and I can own it. And I have what it takes. I can help, anyone, right? Whoever it is I desire. I can help the multimillionaires. I can help the mom who wants more purpose, whatever it is. And I had these aha moments because these people called me out. What they said to me was a few things. They were like, during our exercises, they were like, you are amazing at what you do. You need to own. You just created a massive shift and impact and value in like the last 45-minute call, like session we just did, for practice. And they were like, girl, own it. Not only that, it was a big money reframe on me. Money's been kind of uncomfortable sometimes for me to talk about, or, whatever. Because my biggest values and motivations for my business is impact and purpose. And yeah, money's a byproduct of that, but that's not like my driving force. And what they told me was like, they were like, you're selling yourself short because you have more tools and techniques than most coaches, but you're not charging and pricing yourself at that level, and you should. And I had people, not just one person, money, saying, I wouldn't work with you because your prices are too low, because I wouldn't believe you. And I was like, oh crap, okay. Because like my prices can be high to people, but that's relative, right? Everybody has different models of the world. And so I had a really big reframe moment and perspective shift. And this helped me build my confidence. And a big other breakthrough I had here was the power of role play and the power of people challenging you, your beliefs, your stories, your excuses. This man, we went out to dinner and he was like, okay, tell me how much you charge. And like, he was making me say bigger numbers just to get used to it and getting practice. And it was uncomfortable. And it was in that moment, I was in the back seat of the car because we had just had dinner. There was 4 of us. And I just sat there and I remember thinking to myself, and I'm probably going to remember this for the rest of my life, I'm going to bed and I'm going to wake up a completely different person because I feel so confident and congruent with who I am, the value I can bring as a coach, and to charge what I really want to charge. And I just had a massive reframe and perspective shift around money because I realized I was projecting my baggage or beliefs around money onto clients, right? Or the fears of being seen, or the fear of being judged for what I charge, right? Whatever it is. And the thing is like, that's not true. Yeah, some people are going to work with me for it. Some people aren't, right? We all have different ways. And this is just baggage from, having parents that were immigrants and kind of growing up with a scarce, lack of money mindset. But really, money is just energy, and there's always more than enough. So that was a really big breakthrough moment. And the second one was the confidence. Okay, so I had that. I was like, okay, like I'm practicing this. I woke up the next day feeling completely different. And then we had to work on pitching ourselves. And like, I'm not a salesy person. It feels uncomfortable. And I had to then pitch myself to like, I don't know, it was like 40, 50 people. This wasn't like, and this was over and over again for like 30, 45-minute exercise going around. It was like musical chairs. But it built the confidence. I really had the breakthrough moment of like, oh my goodness, speak it out, practice, Tati, get out of your head, practice. This confidence, so much so, gave me, we had the task to go up to someone random during lunch break, start a conversation, and share with them what we do. Wherever that leads, that's up to like whatever happens. And we went to the mall, and I was like, hell freaking no, I ain't doing this. Like, that's scary. Who, like, I was judging myself. Like, if someone came up to me, what would I do? But I did it. And I went up to the woman, had a genuine conversation, lead with my heart, because that's what I always do. Told her what I did. And she was so interested. She was like, yeah, I would love to learn more. Got a call on the calendar. Despite whatever happens there, it was more of the proof of confidence that I can do this. The things that I was so scared to do before, I can do now. I overcame it. And it was just like, boom, light bulb moment. So those were my main breakthrough moments with NLP. Owning who I am as a coach, having perspective shifts around money, and knowing that I can have different tiers, and that I have the tools and having the confidence. And then I went to Tony Robbins. So let's go into that part. Tony Robbins, amazing man. I absolutely love him. And so it's been a dream of mine to go see him in person. And I went with Evan. We did have friends that went as well, but Evan and I bought the tickets before telling our other friends we were going because we wanted it to, see how it could improve ourselves and our relationship. And so just so you guys know about hindsight, like my intentions, I was really open-minded. Tony Robbins is educated, was like a big part of the growth of NLP. So I know a lot of his background and work and foundation and tools, which is really cool to watch it get played out and really understand it on more of like a foundational level versus just, I wouldn't have known that before I did what I did now. But I went in open-minded, went with Evan, and I was like, okay, I want to see what's holding me back. How can I step more into my truth, into my potential, and embody it? And wow. I have never, if you think my voice is raspy right now, that's because I screamed for 4 days straight. I have never danced, did a little crying, jumped, hyped, screamed so much in my life. And these were long days. It really showed me I was capable of so much more. I literally tapped into parts of me I never knew it existed. We literally went from like 8 a.m. to like 1 a.m., excuse me. Like 12, 15-hour days back to back. And I still had so much energy. I literally did things I never thought I could do, aka walk on fire. It really brought to life. I know the power of our mind, but this was on a whole other level because in NLP, like we broke wooden boards and I was like, wow, I can break a wooden board. I'm amazing. That's great. I walked on freaking firework holes, you guys. Like, what? It just shows that he really helped me get into state, into the mindset, and tap into the potential that many of us humans don't have. Like, think about the man who, for so long, humans didn't believe we could run a 4-minute mile until, I forget what his name is, did. And then from there, humans were able to do it. It literally just shows that we are capable of so much more. But we don't do it because of the stories and beliefs we have around ourselves. But once one person does it, many can do it too. So while we're at Tony Robbins, he hypes you up. He gets you in a state. You're jumping, you're screaming, you're dancing, you're visualizing, you're just meeting people. It's like the most fun experience. If you can ever see Tony Robbins, whether it's virtual or in person, do it. It is worth the investment. So as I was there, my breakthrough moments in this was, it really shed light to me playing too safe and too small. And it wasn't just around my coaching. That was already the breakthrough moment I had in NLP. It was more about how I'm showing up in life. Like when I meet people, that confidence of like owning what I do, but also like on social media with my content, playing safe and small with my goals, with my prices. And I really realized a big breakthrough moment was by me playing safe and small with my vision and goals, I am doing a disservice to the women and people I'm meant to help. Everyone has a different purpose. Everyone has different gifts and talents and reasons to be on this earth. And if you aren't tapping into that version of you or those gifts that you were gifted, you're doing a disservice to the world, to whoever you're meant to help or whatever you're meant to do. Like, I know I've always been, I'm here for a reason on this earth. I almost died when I was 5 or 6 years old. Like, bad. They thought they were I got helicoptered to the hospital. I was in a coma. It's a story for another time. But my point being is I survived that and surprised the doctors. I knew from that moment I was here for a reason. And it was always just wanting to help people and make a good change in the world. I became an engineer because I wanted to help businesses. It's always a desire to help. So God has placed big visions in my heart for a few years now, since like 2019, honestly. And he made them pretty apparent in Tony Robbins and how I was playing too safe and too small and kind of avoiding it because it was too scary. I've never cried listening to a speaker before, but I was listening to Jamie Kern. She is the CEO and founder of It Cosmetics. Her story is powerful. And I was crying, not like teary, you don't need to tear up. No, I was crying and I was trying not to cry, but the tears were just coming out because she was speaking to my soul. She was like, you need to keep going. That no matter how many no's you hear, stick to that gut knowing that you have, because it's there for a reason. All the rejections you have, rejection is just God's protection. And just to keep going, because the vision you have in your heart and mind is meant for you. And sometimes it scared me so much because I'm like, well, who am I to do that? Or how is that going to happen? And I let the fear kind of fog the vision. I played it safe, played it small. I'm going to share this with you because I'm going to put it out there. It's kind of scary to say, but whatever. I know I'm meant to be on stage. I've had a vision since 2019. It's been confirmed to me with many people who've just prophesied on me to be on stages and impacting women's lives on such a deeper level, like things I do in coaching, but in an in-person event, because in-person is magical. And I've done a retreat. I'm going to be doing more. There's a retreat coming March or April. If you are interested in that, send me a message on Instagram or email. Side note here, because I do open it up for current or past clients. But the retreats are amazing. But I know I'm meant to help women on a broader level, on a bigger level. I'm meant to host seminars or in-person conferences, whatever that looks like. And that scares the living shit out of me. Just to even say that to you, there's that part of me like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Tony Robbins? No, because I had this vision before I even saw him. I've had the parts of me like, well, what if no one comes? What if I sell no tickets? What if I'm judged? What if people think I'm a wannabe? I'm human too, you guys. And the funny thing is what Tony reminded us is like, what were 2 things you're proud of? And I realized I had those same fears and doubts and thoughts when I quit my corporate job and moved to Florida and decided to start my own business. People questioned me. People were like, who do you think you are being a health coach, being a business owner? But I did it anyways. And I realized I followed the vision and I built the belief in myself. And I still had it, but I wasn't showing up as big. So here I am crying, the vision's on my heart even more and more. And I'm like, okay, I have to claim it and own it. And maybe that is, I'm a guest speaker on someone else's conference first, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm literally just sharing this to you from my heart. It's just kind of scary to share. But anyways, another breakthrough moment through that was becoming aware of 2 beliefs that I really had. And it pertains to this. Maybe you resonate, maybe you won't. But one of them was not truly feeling safe in 2 ways. I was scared and didn't feel safe to be fully seen because I was scared I'd be rejected or judged, just like I had been in my past. And there was also this belief of like, well, what if I become big and famous? I felt like if I did, I would lose my true self. And that was probably because, you see people get big on Instagram or make an impact, and some people lose themselves. But that doesn't mean that's not true. How many people do we know that are true to themselves, and that's why people love them? And maybe I'm meant to be big. Maybe I'm meant to not be more intimate. Whatever it is, I had a fear of being seen. It didn't feel safe. And then the bigger one was I did not feel safe to be wealthy and successful. Because again, growing up, my families are immigrants. I'm first generation. And they subconsciously had some said things, judgments on wealthy and successful people. Like maybe you resonate where you told that, wealthy people should do more with their money than just buying all these cars and houses, or that wealthy people, they're greedy, all they care about is money, whatever it is. Maybe you resonate, maybe you don't. But that's what I felt for me. So I was kind of like, oh my God, if I'm wealthy and successful, like, am I going to be accepted? Am I going to be judged? Is it safe to have that? Will people not love me? So these were like really big moments. These were really big breakthrough moments for me, like just on a deeper level. And then finally, what Tony really taught me was to get into state. And if you listen to my podcasts, it's not just visualizing it and claiming it and getting clear on your goal and your why, but it's also tapping into that energetic frequency. And I've done that through breathwork. I do that through meditation, but he taught it to me in such a different way. And I did it this morning. And this morning, I feel so connected and aligned. I did it this morning. And I've had intuitive hits. Like I had 2, it was like psychic hits is really what it felt like in the event. And I was like, oh my goodness. Wrote it in my intuition journal, build a muscle. And then I went to Home Goods today. I wanted this picture. My friend had it. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to see it. I trust. I walk into the first aisle. It's right there. Last one, only one. Oh. And then I guessed the grocery bill. I was like, oh, I just have a feeling it's going to be like 111. And it was 111, right? I'm just sharing this with you because I was just in such an energetic flow state. Same with my sister. Gabby went to Tony Robbins and she FaceTimes me today and she's like, I just got this refund check. This check is going to allow her to do more things. She's starting a business too. It can be scary sometimes. And in the beginning stages. And she's like, this just gives me wiggle room and safety. And it was just so amazing because we're just so tapped in, so connected. We got into state. We have the vision in mind and there's like no beliefs, right? Like we worked on releasing those in the event. So it's just so cool. And again, I share this because I want to, 1, hold myself accountable. Maybe one day, I don't know if the conference is going to be in 6 months or 6 years, but I'm putting it out there. And 2, to let you know you're not alone when it comes to fear or doubt. We're getting stuck in beliefs. We're human. And we all have, cycles, patterns, different values, needs, and habits. For me, I realized one of my human needs, main ones, were significance and certainty. But then that kind of creates problems because we're not meant to control everything. So in the event, I was able to switch it to, it was like love and connection, uncertainty, and more contribution and celebration of where I'm at. Because with that, then comes the recognition and certainty. And just want you to guys share this weekend. I'm just sharing from my heart so you guys can know where I'm at right now. This weekend really helped connect me to why. Like I said, I know God put me here for a reason. And I'm saying this so that God in the universe knows I'm serious about it. And for you to know about what I'm serious about it. And that changes are going to happen. Changes are going to happen in my business, in my programs, and how I coach. I'm setting more standards, expectations, boundaries around the people I work with, increasing pricing, all this stuff. There's changes. You're probably going to feel how I show up differently. So here are a few things that you can expect from me moving forward. And then I'm going to share my main takeaways from it, like word for word, bullet point, like stuff. Okay. So I'm continuing always to offer free, valuable content, always over delivering here in my programs and my coaching. I also, though, am going to be making changes in my programs and prices. They're increasing. There's just too much value and transformation, and they're just energetic balance exchange. And I know that there's power in investing. Like my clients are receiving the results, they're receiving massive results because of the work and effort they're putting into it, not energetically, but on an investment level. I'm also going to be creating an in-person community here in South Florida. I love in-person connection. And so if you're in South Florida, please send me a message, email me, send me an Instagram DM. I want to create a group of people. I'm going to be hosting a retreat, 1 to 2 next year. So at least 1 in March or April. If you're interested, send me a message again on Instagram, Tatiana_Kuto, or send me an email. The link will be below in the show notes. I open it up to clients and then open it up to everyone else. We're going to have room, but I'm scouting out houses. So give me an idea of how many people want to come. These are epic. They're powerful. You meet like-minded women. You do the work. Oh, they're crazy. They're so much fun. And then I'm going to host a conference or a weekend seminar. I don't really know what to call it, but it's going to come. Not really sure how, when. There's so much fear around that, but I'm throwing it out here. And I'm going to just continue to show up more on here, providing more badass content, more vulnerability, more amazing, influential guest speakers for you to learn based on their expertise, their story, just to empower you even more. And I'm going to show up, share more and more of me, even if it's scary. Because I know when I do this, I get to help you more, and I truly want to help you. My heart always has led me, and it's time to just go even deeper to allow you to rise up to your next level as well. So a few takeaways from Tony Robbins that I really want to share with you is you are more than you give yourself credit for. You are capable of so much more than you know. I walked on fire. If I can do it, you can do it. That it's okay to be scared, but don't let it to control you. You can change your reality by changing your stories and beliefs. That you have a purpose, unique gifts and talents, so go find it and give it your all to achieve it, because if not, you're doing a disservice to the world. That rejection is only God's protection. That you will always be judged, so you may as well just be 100% authentically you anyways. That you have every opportunity to make your worst days into your best days by a decision, by a choice. Shifting your thoughts, shifting your focus, and your energy. A few more here. That problems are gifts if you use them to help you learn and grow from them. To focus on the good, and then the good gets better. Make the decision to believe that you can. Even when you don't know a way, make the decision. The way will guide you. That's how the universe works. Focus on the solution, not the problem. Our minds are wired to focus on the negativity, on the problem for survival. Focus on the solution. Be open to it. Get good at cheering for yourself, because sometimes no one else will. So keep that vision in your mind and believe in yourself and cheer yourself on. And that energy is everything. Energy is everything. Everything, everything, everything. And just just some of these things I knew, right? But there's a difference between knowing something intellectually and then embodying it and really knowing it in your heart and soul. And at the end of the day, I'm never going to stop being a student. I know there's always more to learn as we grow and evolve, no matter what age you are. I don't care if you're listening and you're 60 or you're listening and you're 22. It is never too late to go for what you want in life. And I truly hope this podcast and who I am shows you that. And I'm here to show you to believe in yourself, to believe that the impossible becomes possible and you are worthy of having it. Pitbull, oh yeah, I didn't even tell you guys, Pitbull came onto the stage and he said, can't has can in it, don't has do in it. Impossible is just I'm possible. And I was like, breakthrough moment. And I'm just so grateful to have these experiences and just share them with you. So I know the more work I do, the better I get to serve you, whether it's on the podcast, whether you join any of my programs, I don't care. I hope I bring value to you in some way, exactly how it's meant to be. And, if you're listening and you're like, wow, I'm ready for my level up. I'm ready for my breakthrough moments. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to have you part of my journey and bringing you along with me. And just want to share this, that, if you've been contemplating working together, whether it's in my group program, Embrace Your Radiance, or one-on-one, that honestly now is the time. I'm increasing my prices starting in the new year, and I'm never going to have them this low again. So I just want to take a moment here to share with you, give you more details on like what I offer. There's really 2 ways, and then there's a third one I'm going to share at the end. There's my 4-month group coaching mentorship program called Embrace Your Radiance. Love this. This baby is my baby. And this is for corporate, career-driven millennial women to help them take their power back to build your dream life. This is for the woman who is tired of relying on her own strength, on figuring out what to do next and not having a support system or guidance. The woman who's done repeating old patterns of self-sabotage or negative self-talk, this cycle. The woman who knows she's meant for more but doesn't know what, just wants to feel confident again in herself. This program is here to help you build that confidence, help you gain that self-discovery on who you are, your purpose, to take control of your life, to be free from the stories of the past so that you can radiate your truth into the world and learn how to actually manifest your radiant life. So this is only open twice a year. It is going to open back up in January. So what I'm doing is, if you're listening, you're ready, you can apply now, save your spot. This is great for beginners who don't really know where to start and need some direction. It's also great for women who just want to go deeper in connecting with themselves and aren't ready for one-on-one work. This program is my baby. It's everything I know, have learned, and embodied. It's had a 100% success rate for everyone so far who's gone through it in the last 2 years, who put the effort and work in and show up for themselves. Because it's simple. I literally simplify it for you. I break it down. It's a proven step-by-step method. It's my Radiate method framework, which is broken down into 4 phases where we unlearn the old beliefs, the old stories, the old programming. We let go and release. We rewire, so create new stories, new beliefs, new ways of thinking. And then we create your goals, your vision, and who you are becoming, and we embody it. So it's 4 phases. I'm telling you, this program will change your life because it's changed every single woman's lives who's been in it. And I'm so ready to serve you and help you gain that confidence and clarity in life. And you get lifetime access to this. So it's even better. It's not only just modules and videos, but it's group coaching as well. So it meets you where you're at, and you get to go at a pace that feels right for you. So if this feels like a good fit, if you apply and join before the end of the year, I'm going to be honoring the 2022 prices, and I'm actually going to be giving you 2 bonus one-on-one calls. I don't do this ever, but I want to make sure between now and when the program starts, you have clarity and direction to kind of get this momentum starting. So those are totally free calls. Those are bonus calls if you join and put a deposit down for the next round. And if you're wanting to go deeper or have a more intimate container, that is where one-on-one coaching is for. It is a 6-month program for successful women entrepreneurs and professionals earning 6 figures or more who are ready to elevate to their next level of success in life and business. Maybe you're feeling a little stuck, burnt out of alignment, maybe a little unfulfilled, or you're just wanting to reach your next level. So this is a 6-month container where we work one-on-one on a deep level using my cutting-edge tools and techniques to help you increase your income, your confidence, your happiness, and your fulfillment. The women I'm working with right now is blowing my mind, not only in one-on-one and in Embrace Your Radiance. Like, their transformations are at crazy speeds that I've never really seen before. I'm talking about new jobs or promotions, healing from breakups and having the love of their lives walk into their life, starting new businesses or realigning to their businesses and building a foundation that's now sturdy, or just finding the clarity and confidence in themselves and in their bodies and speaking their truth. They're like, this is just surface level of results that these women have experienced. And like, that's not even talking about money that they've just manifested and abundantly attracted into their life and opportunities. And so if either of these sound like a great fit for you, how I do it, you can apply with the links in the show notes below. I always want to make sure my programs are a good fit for you. I'm a woman of my word. I'm an integrity of it. And I know I'm not the right fit for everyone. So I will never sell you something you don't need. So if you apply, what I do is we get on a call and we just get to know each other. We get to see, is it a good fit? Do you vibe with me? Do I vibe with you, right? Am I actually the right coach for you? Do you even need a coach? Or maybe you need something else. Maybe it's a counselor or a therapist. I'm really freaking honest. I think if you're listening here, I kind of keep it real. So from there, if it's not a good fit, I'll be honest, I'll give you pointers and action steps and a direction to go in. Maybe that's directing you to the right person or the right direction. Or if it is a good fit, then we get to have fun and talk about the next steps and working together and absolutely changing your life. So these are the two ways you can work with me. Again, prices are going up in 2023. So if you want to kind of secure these prices, I'm being honest, you guys just heard my breakthroughs. I'm owning it, setting those boundaries, setting those expectations. So let's do this work. I'm ready to serve you at such a deeper level to help you step into your true power. I'm all about bringing you back to who you truly are before who the world told you to be. I never tell you what to do. I remind you and guide you to find the answers that are already within you. So those are the two ways to work with me. And then I got the ebook. I'm hoping to launch and release it starting hopefully around Thanksgiving time. I'm going to do a launch special at a cheaper price. Whether I don't really know. I don't know details yet. So stay up to tune with me. It's great. It's self-paced. It's interactive. I'm so excited. And maybe that will, give you some more details on if we would be a right fit or if this work is the work that you're ready for. So those are just a little recap of what, who I serve. But if you're ready, I'm ready to serve you. I'm doing this work with you. I'm constantly growing and evolving through programs and coaches myself. And as I rise and elevate to my next levels, I know that I'm making a bigger impact in the world. So thank you for listening. Thank you for holding the space. It was a little scary for me to share this because I didn't want to come off. I don't know. It's scary, right? And I hope everything I said, lands well, never coming off of a cocky way. It's just, this is who I am. We all get to own ourselves. Owning yourself in confidence doesn't mean anything other than you are confident in who you are. And that's the beauty that this work has ultimately given me. And I am excited to see if this is a good fit for you to help guide you into those deeper levels of confidence and embodiment that you deserve to. Because those visions, those ideas that are on your heart are there for a reason. They're there to be yours. So let's do it. Thank you so much for listening. I'm so grateful to have you here listening. This podcast is my baby, and I just appreciate every single one of you who listen, who share. You're a true fam. Well, thank you all so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, whether it's morning or evening, and I will see you in the next episode. I hope you have the most radiant day and go shine your light into the world. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to share it with me and write an Apple iTunes review so I can keep the good stuff coming your way. If you aren't already following me, you can find me on Instagram at Tatiana_Kuto. Make sure to tag me in any posts that you share. I love and appreciate you so much and cannot wait to connect with you in the next episode. In the meantime, go out and radiate your light into the world.